Can we have your attention, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start our program in about 10 minutes, but if you want an outdoor cocktail, please join us outside for a specialty cocktail. All outdoor cocktails must be consumed outside. And we'll see you here in a few minutes. Thank you. and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, please make your way down to the sanctuary seats so we can begin the evening program. Please make your way down to the seats in the sanctuary so we can begin the evening program. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Please make your way down to the seats in the sanctuary. Thank you. Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah. Totally fine. Yeah. I'm just used to it's natural. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Does it say?
It says MF.
Who's that? Just kidding. That's funny. They still have Yom Kippur up here. That's hilarious.
She doesn't come up here very often.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, please make your way down. All of our guests in the back, please make your way down. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please make your way down. I'd like to thank Marguerite's family for being good yekas. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
We're not even sitting in the front.
No, but they're here on time, and that's what counts. Look at that. That was good. Okay, no more past hors d'oeuvres, please. Please come down. I'd also like to ask Karen and Steve to please come up. Yes, you, Dr. Stein.
Do you know how the lights work?
Pretty much.
Can I just indelibly
I'm not the, that's his shtick, that's not.
Yay!
Stuart, turn off the game.
To speak against you.
You go first.
That's the best way.
At least on my program you do.
3 minutes.
It's not against. It's not against. It's not against. Okay. Our last guests, please come and have a seat. Thank you very much. Okay.
Jim
Okay.
is trying to say something, but I don't know what it is.
To whom? I have no idea what that means. What's that? Oh, okay. I won't lean into the mic. Good. My friends, please have a seat. Thank you. Greetings, one and all. Erev Tov, Shavua Tov, Good Vach, good evening, and welcome to the Congregation Bethel Gala 5783. In addition to all of the friends here in the sanctuary, we are pleased to welcome our friends who join us on live stream. Tonight, whether remote or in person, we are honored to honor our distinguished honorees, Jim Sugarman and Marguerite Felsenfeld. We have many, so many speakers for tonight's program. But before I introduced our first speaker, I wanted to share a greeting from our synagogue president, Keith Satter, who has an awe-inducing excuse for not being with us tonight. Keith and Betsy are in California to welcome their new grandchild. That's right, I meant aw. Mazel tov to Keith and Betsy, who send their warmest wishes and congratulations to Jim and to Marguerite. And now I am pleased to welcome our Rabbi Paskind.
I'll just put the microphone down a little bit. Shavua Tov, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to our honorees, Marguerite and Jim. Welcome to all of our guests who are here to celebrate you this evening. Welcome to our congregants. Welcome back. Welcome home. Back to our shul and back to our gala, which we've really missed over these last few years. It's really such a joy to be together with all of you and all of you on this special night. We're here to celebrate Jim. We're here to celebrate Marguerite. Love both of you. And we're also here to celebrate our congregation, Bethel. And it seems to me that such a large gathering this year feels both like a moment of havdalah, of separation from what was and what is coming forward, and also a moment of shehecheyanu. Thank you God, thank you universe, thank you to all of us for reaching this incredible moment. On this night on the boardwalk, we are kicking back, we're letting loose, we're making more memories as a shul community in our second home with our friends like family. In a moment, I'm going to invite all of you to join with me in singing or humming the words of Havdalah as we separate from the beautiful Shabbat that was and enter into this new week. And then we're going to sing the words of Shehecheyanu, V'kiyamanu, V'higianu lazman hazeh, with gratitude for reaching this very special occasion. So I'm going to ask you just to close your eyes for a second and just find the place in your mind and your heart that you love most about our congregation, about your membership in our congregation, about Jim, about Marguerite, whatever has brought you here tonight. Hold that with you, because tonight we're going to add another memory to all of those things that we love about this place. And if you're able to rise, I'll invite you to do that. If you feel like putting your arm around the person you're next to, the people you're next to, wonderful. If you want to hold hands with someone, that's a very nice thing to do. If you're on the don't touch me yet, just tell that very nicely to the person next to you. But we're going to turn down the lights and we'll sing together Havdalah. Marguerite and Jim, you're coming up here to help me. Why don't you use the railings, Jim? Ooh. Thank you. All right, you're on this. You're on these. I'm on these. Ooh, that's not right. David, you got more lights to turn down? It's the right side.
The right side?
Yep. Ooh, sure. Ready? Oh, my Kiddush cup. It's over there. It's okay. Na 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei beri hagafen borei beri hagafen ya na 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 ya na 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 na. Thank you. Ya na 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 ya na 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 na. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei mine besamim borei mine besamim ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 na. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei me'orei ha'esh borei me'orei ha'esh ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 na. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh lechol ben or lechosher ya na 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 ben Yisrael amim ben yom hashemi l'sheshet yemei hamaseh. Baruch atah Adonai hamavdil ben kodesh lechol ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 Shavua tov, 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 Shavua tov. You can blow that out. All right. Well, stay standing, everyone. Shehechianu. Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Again, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. אמן. Shavua Tov, everyone. Thank God we're at this moment, not masking, together again. Please be seated. Let's celebrate.
Do you want to say something?
What?
We said anything? Oh, yeah, we just did. Oh, yeah, right. Good point.
I'm good.
I'm going to introduce and then you're going to come here. Yeah, you. You can. Yes, for sure. Whatever you. Well, whatever you. Eventually, Jim can come back up later. Okay. Marguerite needs to stay. Yasher Koach, Rabbi, thank you. Shavua Tov. And now I'm pleased to introduce to you Karen Edelman. Karen, you're now on the clock.
Who knows one? Oh, don't worry. I'm not jumping ahead to Pesach. Remember the pandemic? Zooming was our socialization of choice. The Bethel community, no exception. With services, classes, and even some fun activities. One such activity was the online game, Who Knows One? Did anyone notice what happened during the game? Time and again, it was Marguerite who knew one, or another one. Like the fun 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, Marguerite was our 6 degrees of Jewish connection. And it's not just socially. Need a kosher butcher? Ask Marguerite. Need a realtor? Ask Marguerite. Need a caterer? Ask Marguerite. Need a lawyer? Ask Marguerite. Need an art expert? Ask Marguerite. Do you know so-and-so? Definitely ask Marguerite. Last summer, at an extended family barbecue, a seemingly unconnected woman sat down at my table. Oh, you're a friend of my cousin's wife's sister. Conversation then turned to what everyone's doing this summer. Well, my child is touring colleges. Next up, University of Rochester. Really? Chimes in that woman. I went there. Noticing that she was of age, I asked if she knew my friend, Marguerite Felsenfeld. Yes, she enthusiastically replied. We're still in touch. I immediately texted Marguerite. She didn't seem that surprised. Want a closer connection? Marcy Felsenfeld, please stand up. All right, just wave. Marcy and I spent dozens of Upper West Side Shabbat lunches together in the mid-90s. My very good friend and subsequent bridesmaid was the roommate of Marcy's good friend. Marcy is Marguerite's cousin. We all figured this out about a decade ago when I asked Marguerite if she knew Marcy, same last name and all. And Jews. Marguerite is our own Kevin Bacon. Our one. Though on the surface, the one in the song refers to God, it also means we as a people, a unity, a community. Marguerite is the embodiment of that. She is our connection in this Bethel community. But it doesn't stop there. Marguerite and her family, minus one, joined our synagogue in 2009. She made her mark early, regularly leading the congregation during Saturday morning Haftorah readings. Over the years, Marguerite has delighted us with her beautiful high holiday davening, including, of course, more Haftorah readings. Within a few years of joining our synagogue, Marguerite became co-chair and then chair of the Navasky PTO, as well as chair of several congregation-wide events. She moved on to being a member of the Board of Trustees and then the VP of Education. Last year, Marguerite became the co-founder of the Beth Els, our women's social group. Since then, our group has flourished with many members and several activities. Most recently, the Hamantaschen Exchange last Sunday. Last spring, Marguerite was installed as the board's financial secretary. She also convinced me to become a board member. Oh, by the way, while she was doing all of those things, chairing, leading, davening, she also took one for the team, as I like to say, having a baby later in life. So with all the responsibilities she shouldered, Marguerite was at the same time caring for an infant, toddler, now fourth grader, plus her older two girls. I'm tired just talking about it. Okay, so here's the part where I refer back to who knows one, tie it all back together. Well, I'm leaving this open-ended. Marguerite's journey with our synagogue certainly is not complete. Her talents, leadership, dedication are so great that we offer you this gift of appreciation. We thank you, my dear friend, for all you have done and will continue to do for Congregation Bethel. Love you.
Thank you all so much. This is lovely. Those of you who know me know I don't love being in the spotlight, but I made an exception for Bethel. I want to thank the committee who worked so hard to make this night happen. Sharon DeFala and Nancy Oberst, and our honorary co-chairs, Dr. Steve Stein, and my dear friend Karen Edelman, and our auction chairs, Josh Lander and Hillary Chaffetz. I want to thank my family and my friends who are like family for being here. I love you all. And a special thank you to my sister-in-law for flying up from North Carolina, and my cousin Elizabeth and Keith for driving from Boston to be here. It means so much to me to have you here. This is a labor of love. We found a home at Bethel. The example for what I do was set for me by my beloved mother, who did everything for our synagogue when I was a kid, and was set for her by our grandfather, Saul Ackerman, without whom our synagogue probably wouldn't have existed. So this comes as second nature to me. And I love my time here, and I love that my children have a family like this one in which to grow up. And this is a special place. So as those of you who are members know, this is a special place and it's a family. And I just need to conclude by thanking my dear husband, Stephen, without whom nothing is possible. So, thank you all.
Mazal Tov, Marguerite, and Kol HaKavod. I'm pleased to call upon Dr. Stephen Stein to deliver this year's high holiday. No, that's wrong. Friends, please welcome Dr. Steve Stein.
Can you see what's on the back of this? No. When I get to that page, that's when it's over. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? If you honestly thought I was going to start any other way, raise your hand. There's always one person who raises their hand. Can we talk before I speak? Some behind-the-scenes stuff. Sharon DeFalala asked me to be one of the co-chairs, honorary co-chairs of the Gala, honoring our two Bethel Gala honorees, Margaret Felsenfield and Jim Sugarperson. Honestly, at first, I said no. I do appeals. I ask for money. That's what I do. Sharon reassured me. An honorary co-chair has nothing to do. Just give a funny short speech about Jim. Easy peasy, keep it breezy. I relented. I like to talk. Okay. Then Sharon emailed me a to-do list for the Gala. Stuff invitations, send solicitations, plan decorations, be a carnival baccaration, set up an auction action, last-minute errands, and my favorite, clean up sanitation. Not easy peasy. I would like to take this moment again to thank all of those who did, are doing, and will do all of these things. You have our deepest thanks, appreciation, and blessing for everything you did to make this a lovely success tonight. And thank everyone for coming. As your honorary co-chair, I will take credit for nothing. So I'm up here to do what I do second best, make fun of an honoree. Jim, batter up. Jim, the words I kept hearing about you are Hamish, and you're a good fellow. So I wrote a song about you. At any point, you can break in and sing along with me. For he's a Hamish good fellow, for he's a Hamish good fellow, for he's a Hamish good fellow, which nobody can deny. Did anyone honestly think I would do that? Jim, I could talk for hours about how I love to listen to Marguerite chant Torah. Jim, I could talk for hours about how I love to watch Marguerite give a cooking class on Zoom. But no, Sharon didn't ask me to do that. My assignment was easy peasy breezy about Jim. So I get to introduce a man who needs no introduction. Everybody's good to neshama, everybody's good soul. Jim Sugarmensch. A man who has never used a dirty word that requires a dictionary. A man who brings happiness wherever he goes, and to a very, very few whenever he goes. And I can say I've known Jim since whenever our kids were in Hebrew school, and they were carpooled from Westport to the area's best Hebrew school, Navasky. Laura, Jim, and Linda did all the carpooling. I was the honorary co-carpooler. I did nothing. Jim, I owe you carpooling. Did you know that Jim is famous all over Fairfield County? Not just in the restaurants he frequents, but he's on everyone's I Want Jim list. Not only, the only list Jim hasn't made is in the post office and was put up by the FBI. And thankfully, Jim is easily recognized. He's the guy who introduces Laura as "This is my wife, Lara," and has actually been heard to say, "I parked my car in the yard." You are one of a kind. Unless, of course, you're being confused with Mark, your twin brother from California. Then you're two of a kind. So if anyone is ever in a Bethel men's bathroom, and I hope you're a man, and you think Jim is ignoring you, don't be offended. It's probably Mark, who thinks you're a pervert, who likes to talk to strangers in the bathroom. And Mark will snub you. And this has actually happened. Jim grew up in Swampscott, Massachusetts, and had a very traditional religious upbringing. beginning with a bris for two. Lots of shul time, lots of remedial Hebrew school time, bar mitzvah tutu time, and I'm told Jim suffered through what he called horror time, otherwise called Israeli dance class, and in regular English that would be horror lessons. And then off you went to Clark, where you parked your car in a Worcester yard. And most importantly, you met Laura, who henceforth is going to be known as Lara. Your business school education included dotting T's and learning to cross your I's. You spent time in the Clark Library and occasionally enjoyed a Clark bar. You went out into the business world and you started a family. And you quickly became a serial Jewish nonprofit volunteer and a Jewish nonprofit social climber. You were always incredibly successful, starting at the bottom and working your way to the top. Become a trusted advisor, donating not just your time, but also donating your children's and grandchildren's inheritance. You have collected titles the way I collect ties. I left them all at home, by the way. You have been a successful CEO of Eastern Bag and Paper Company, selling product all over the Northeast. When asked what you did for a living, I recall you humbly saying, "I'm just a guy who sells toilet paper and toilet bowl cleaner." You always show such great humility. You were on the board and a past president of the Hebrew Home, now called Junior Senior Services, at a critical time when they were selling their old facility and planning and building their new facility. You don't take the easy way. You gave to their building fund and you inspired their successful advertising campaign. Now you too can live on Park Avenue. I'll let that one sink in. You were on the board and a past chair of Jewish Federation UJA of Upper Fairfield County, a position Linda Lerman now holds. You helped all the local Jewish organizations and shuls, dispersing funds, deciding who got what, when and how much, always fair, always even-handed, often requiring the wisdom of Solomon, even resorting to cutting in half $1 to make it go further. Keeping everybody happy and afloat, not an easy task in the Jewish nonprofit world. At Bethel, you are strictly PG, permanent Gabbai. Trained by marvelous Marvin, our alliterative minion-making maven. Monday mornings at 8, Monday through Friday, you are there. Saturday morning at 10, you are here. And high holidays, 9:30 to whenever, you are everywhere. You hand out honors, you call out pages, you take out the Torah, you do a mean Hagba, earning the only 10 I've ever given out. You always return the Torah. So far, none have been reported missing. And you have not dropped the Torah so far. Poo, poo, poo. And when needed, you can even daven. Always slightly off key, and always with a Boston accent. You are a past Bethel president, you are past Bethel board member, a past vice president, and past president of Congregation Bethel, 1987 to 1989. And while you were president, we had a huge building campaign and renovation, requiring great skill, a lot of tact, and a lot of oversight. You made sure we had the money and the means to get the job done. To paraphrase Solomon again, Jim, you are responsible for the rebuilding of this temple. Currently, you are sitting on the standing Strategic Planning Committee. So one could actually say Bethel's past, present, and future have been, are, and will be in your very capable and very generous hands. Bad stuff. Sadly, I must report, at 2 Pioneer Road, you are strictly PSF, permanent second fiddle, to Chairperson Lara Sugarwoman. Not on the steering committee, not on the planning committee, delegated to maintenance, lawn, and cleanup duty, which finally brings us to tonight. And finally, the 2 words which you will find comforting. In conclusion, When Jim isn't davening, he and Lara are the very proud parents of Mark and Amy Damsky. Please rise and be recognized. Yeah, go ahead. You stand up. There's a second part, but you got to stand up. And Heather and Matt Sugarman. Where are you, Heather and Matt? You can, there you go. You can stand. And the very proud, doting grandparents of Aaron, who's in Israel, Caroline Damsky, and Parker and Ryder. Who do we have here? Ryder. Please rise. You may be seated. Rabbi taught me that. Jim and Lara literally and philosophically have gone to the ends of the earth for their kids and grandkids, including just getting back from Israel visiting Aaron. Jim, you are a guy who needs no introduction, a guy who is always trying to make our world a kinder and sweeter place. You are truly, Jim, the sugar person, Sugarman. May you live 120 years. May you drink 120,000 beers. May you continue to support all the worthy Jewish organizations in Upper Fairfield County, Congregation Bethel and beyond. I'm honored you are my friend, and we are all honored to honor you tonight. Mazel tov. Jim, I have no idea what's in the box. It is a surprise gift, but it feels heavy, so it might be something important.
Shall I open it?
You can open it. No. Okay.
Steve, as always, very funny, very good, and a good friend of mine, and I appreciate your willingness to be the co-chair for tonight's event. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I will now spend the next 10 minutes disclaiming everything he said, correcting everything he said wrong, and we'll have the story straight. Anyways, I have a very short speech, which my wife told me is boring. So I think what I may try to do is ad lib a little. And thank you, dear. It's good to have an English major as a wife and as a editor of everything you write. So she went through all my speeches, and it was really funny and everything else, and she created this, which... But anyways, I'll save everybody the burden of having to listen to what I wrote. And I just came back from Israel, very exciting. I have a little jet lag. I'm going to give you every story that why I'm the way I am. And I had cataract surgery, and I can't see. So outside of that, I'm fine. But just a few Todah Rabbis. I want to reach out to Sharon DeFalla, Nancy Oberst, and their committee for organizing this fun-filled gala. And a special thanks to Josh Lander and Hillary Chaffetz for setting up such an amazing auction. To the honoree committee, boy, you're smart. I'm very humbled by your choosing me and proud of this recognition. I am seriously very much honored by it. When I come to Shoal, when I've been involved for all these years, it's part of my life. So, you know, I'm being thanked for something that makes me very happy and very proud to be associated with Bethel. So there's many of you sitting here today that could be up here and being recognized as I am tonight. This congregation has a lot of very good people. We've got a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rabbi in Rabbi Paskine. We've got a great board of directors. We've got a great executive committee. And all of them help us make Bethel what it is today. I can't forget to thank my wife for all the years that she's put up with me, going to all the different organizations. And she's taught me one thing. She said, honey, you have to learn to say no. So I haven't learned that yet. So anyways, everything I'm involved in, I get so much more out of it than I put into it. And I know many of you sitting here are volunteering for many good organizations, but I seriously feel strongly about what I've gotten out of the various nonprofits I belong to, especially Bethel. And the effort I put into it is not an effort of labor, it's an effort of love. And that's the way I feel about it, very simply. And I had my role model for many years was my dad. And I often question myself, why am I who I am? And then I always revolve back to looking back at my father. My father was a great role model for me. He was very involved in synagogues. He started 2 synagogues up in Swampscott and Marblehead, Massachusetts. He was very involved with the UJA of Boston. So why am I who I am? And it's because I had a great, great dad, and everything that he stood for, he was important to him. I have taken on a lot of that, and it just sort of flows through the generations as I continue to do what I do. And I'm very fortunate to have that. As I said earlier, there's a lot of you that are sitting in the synagogue today that could be up here in my place, because we have a great group of people that volunteer and help us be who we are. And I think that many of us have been up on the bima making presentations, doing davening, etc. So next year will be your turn. This year is my turn, but anyways, I truly appreciate the honor that was given to me, or is given to me. I feel very humbled by it, and I only can say that you should love Bethel and as much as I do. There's only 1 or 2 things that I love more, and they're sitting in the front row. So anyways, thank you very much, and enjoy the evening.
Jim. Your gift? Mazel tov, Jim, and kol hakavod. My friends, a few final announcements, housekeeping, before we adjourn to dinner and dancing. First, the auction will remain open until Sunday afternoon, so please keep bidding throughout the evening, and tomorrow morning, check online again and keep bidding some more. Josh, is that good? We're good? Okay. Okay. Second, this event could not have happened without the indelible and incredible efforts of so many people, but in particular, we are grateful to our fantastic Bethel professional staff. Hold your applause until the list is completed. Karen Edelman for her outstanding speech. His Eminence, Dr. Stephen Stein, for his incredible speech. Our indefatigable auction co-chairs, Hillary Chaffetz and Josh Lander. Our signature beverage impresario, Andrew Moss. Check outside or someplace else. Our catering chief, Michelle Fanwick. Our game master and DJ Marco Charlip. Our decorating triumvirate of Kate Greenberg, Stephanie Gordon, and Lauren Kessler. Our journal coordinator, photographer extraordinaire, Rena Reichgott. And lastly, and mostly, the 2 women whom no one can deny. Our Gala co-chairs, Nancy Oberst and Sharon Oberst-Tafala. You may now applaud. Friends, this concludes the formal presentations of the evening. You are now invited to the social hall for dinner and dancing. Mazel tov to Marguerite and Jim.